Hello everyone, my name is António Sérgio Miranda and I will present the study with the title The Challenge of Improving Students' Gameplay Participation in the Handball Teaching Unit. Team sports have an important place in the physical education in the several countries, attending to their uplifting power as a moral, culture, and social practice. Limited research and teaching models applied to handball might partially explain why physical education teachers tend to consider it difficult to teach handball, associated with a lack of appropriate spaces. However, the didactic treatment continues to be marked by superficiality and inconsequence. Well, what does it mean to play well a team game in physical education? Playing well is when the student interprets the various signals coming from the game and is able to respond appropriately, effectively, and efficiently. Knows what to do, when, and how. So, teaching how to play is therefore helping learner players to improve the tactical choices that face within different game configurations that arise as the game unfolds. When teaching team games, the teacher must help the students to, first, remember and recognize game situations, know how to interpret probability of them happening, third, guide their visual searching behavior, and fourth, properly use the indicators related to the posture and the body orientations of the opponents. The main purpose of the study is to analyze students' gameplay participation and game skills learning during a handball teaching unit. In a more specific way, to analyze relational pass and catch and goal attacking skills improvements, and to analyze the effectiveness of the defense and attacking build-up play, and to check if as game skills improvement based on the expert's opinion. The study involved 61 secondary school students in the school from Portugal, 19 boys and 42 girls. 3 different classes with a mean of the age of 17. The 3 classes are guided by 3 pre-service teachers, supervised by a cooperating teacher. The 3 students are inserted in the same initial contest training, having classes with the same teachers. From a contextual perspective, a diagnostic evaluation is carried out in the form of game 3 versus 3 with fixed goalkeeper and with individual marking. In all the 3 classes, similar game problems and difficulties were observed, such as a collective disorganization, gathering around the ball, attack play mainly through by individual initiative, and permanent technical errors and lost balls with low attack continuity. So, what to do? Where to start? The strategy is to create exercises and gameplay situations in which there is a numerical advantage and low defensive pressure, thus helping to reduce the difficulty and provide students with a greater probability of success. During the handball unit, it has decided to progress towards more demanding game forms to increase the challenge, with the focus of learning how to create advantage and exploring open space. The teaching process is designed following the competency model in invasion game guidelines and an operational model to teach handball according to Estriga 2019. In the development of the handball unit, we try to balance the game situations and the partial game forms that favors the improvement of students' playing skills. Although it should depend exclusively on the teacher's didactic and methodological options. There are contextual limitations such as space, materials, number of students per class, and that limit the teacher decisions. The possibility of adapting the learning context, like nature, complexity, and difficulty, to the students' characteristics, taking into account their personal stories and motivation, seems to help the learner at the center of the process, according to 2001. The unit begin with the student's diagnosis that allow to identify the game problems and to take planning decisions throughout the unit. By adapting the teaching to the student's performance. Throughout the sessions, technical aspects are worked on to help students to solve problems they face in the game. As you can observe, the observation instruments used included the number of passes, goal attempts, successful shots, support actions, uncatchable passes, total of lost balls, defensive performance, and the effective game time. This observation has carried out in the game form of 3 versus 3 with goalkeeper fixed in the two assessment moments, the diagnostic and the final, where the students play freely. Data analysis is divided into 3 steps. In the first step, the main indicators were the effective game, the number of ball possessions with finalization, and the number of possessions with ball loss. In search of even more significant results, all ball losses are analyzed again and categorized into ball losses to uncatchable passes and defensive performance. In second one, the initial and the final assessment as compared using the Wilcoxon paired test. Finally, in the third step, experts are invited to analyze selected gameplay situations of each class being asked to order the sense, first and the final assessment, according to the gameplay performance. As you can see in the graph, the effective playing time, the goals and the shots increased from the first moment to the second evaluation moment. Concerning ball losses and losses due to uncatchable passes, as we can observe, decreased. Also, defensive performance decreased considerably. Despite the fact that the percentage of positive offensive actions variables increased, and the percentage of negative ones decreased. Significant differences were found only in the offensive lost balls caused by defensive performance, with p-value 0.033. From the first moment to the second, we observed several differences. Effective game time indicator increases, revealing rate in continuity in the game. In the finishing actions, the students reveal more goal attempts initiative. The global lost ball decrease, revealing less mistakes. Catchable passes reveal more successful actions. There are more turnovers triggered by defensive actions. It reflects an increase in more successful defensive actions. All these indicators lead us to believe that students ended by understanding the game better and to be able to solve the game problems more skillfully. The experts invited to analyze selected gameplay situations of each class being asked to order the sense, first and the final assessment according to the gameplay performance. The videos from the initial and the final assessment are ordered by 3 external experts, all with more than 10 years of handball experience. In general, the experts got the order of the videos right. In the class 1, there is a total agreement among the experts. However, there is agreement among the experts regarding class 2. Two specialists placed the videos in the wrong order. The finding illustrated a positive impact not only on the students' gameplay skills, but also in the gameplay participation and game flow. But more participatory pedagogical experiences are needed, involving more schools, classes, and teachers in service and pre-service in a dynamic process between schools and the university. Various the ways in which physical education teachers might change the game within mixed ability grouping to increase gameplay participation and action for all students players, allowing a more inclusive and rewarding gameplay experience. More extensive teaching units can also help with the process. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, be free to ask.